welcome to the show. I'm your host, Mavis Robinson, and today I'm very pleased to welcome Frederica Cobey to A Window to Bourne. And Freddie has as a newcomer to the town in some ways, but her family has history that goes way back. So let's talk to Freddie. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So Freddie, when I first met you, one thing that I knew is that you live in this really cool house right on the corner of Shore Road and
County Road.
County Road.
2 County Road.
Yes,
the first house.
Okay.
And the only house on Trading Post Corners.
Oh, okay.
And it was built for my grandmother's grandmother by her father as a wedding present.
Grandmother's grandmother by her. Okay. That goes pretty far
back.
back.
In 1842.
And is it the Cobey family?
No, it was the Blackwell family.
The Blackwell family.
And we have a plaque saying Blackwell on there. And the Blackwells were descended from Cook on the Mayflower.
Okay.
So they were one of the families originally that inherited 4 parcels of land that the Pilgrims got. That's the story we had. Piece of marsh, farmland, something in the stockade, and anyway, we have 1 piece left, and that's the piece.
And was it all sort of in the same area?
Yes.
So it was in the area of Sandwich, which later became Bourne.
Yes, right. In fact, my grandmother, I realized, was actually born in Sandwich in 1882 because it wasn't born until 1884.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And her mother came from Provincetown, and she went to sea with as the friend of a captain's wife.
Oh, wow.
And the captain's wife wanted to stay with her husband, so it was a merchant ship, not a whaler, and they went to England, spent a winter in England and Cadiz, got blown off course because they were cheated on their cargo.
Oh, wow.
Ended up in Rio.
Yeah. And wait, got blown off course? What do you mean they were cheated on their cargo?
Well, it was too light.
Oh,
so they were blown off. Instead of coming back to New England, they ended up in South America.
Yeah.
Spent the winter in Rio.
Wow.
Given up for dead, and finally worked their way back.
Yeah. I have to say, you're mentioning these women on these merchant ships and whaling vessels. That's a new concept to me. I never knew, that even existed. And then I went to the exhibit.
Shows that, yes.
Yeah, there's a whaling exhibit at the Bourne Historical Society, and there's a whole little section on the wives of the sea captains. Yeah. But your great grandmother was the friend of the wife.
Yeah.
Now,
the captain said his wife could go, but she had to bring a friend with her.
Okay. So he didn't want her to be the only woman on the boat. Yeah.
And she evidently, for the rest of her life, liked sleeping in hammocks, and actually constructed one out back of the house.
Oh, cool.
In order to,
But I can't even it's stretches the imagination to think about being a woman
on a sailing ship
like
months.
that. Yeah.
For months.
Yeah. Wow.
So, my mother inherited the house.
Okay.
And I did with my sister and my nephew and all.
Yeah.
And so I've started coming here for the whole summer in 2009 after my mother died.
Okay. Now, did you ever come to Bourne when you were a child?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yes, and stayed with my grandparents.
Yep.
And
where did you travel from to get here?
To Washington, D.C. I grew up in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And came up here. My parents had their honeymoon here when the house didn't even have electricity upstairs.
Oh, wow.
And that was in 39, I think, 36, 39.
Okay.
Anyway,
yeah.
So, anyway, it's now wired.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And then the barn, I'm sure, was a carriage house for the horse.
Right. Yeah.
And my grandmother, when she had these 2 teenage girls, decided she needed to have some activities for them. Anyway, I think she put the cement down. They had dances in there.
Oh, nice.
She put in a tennis court.
Yeah. This was your mom and your aunt?
Yeah.
Oh,
and so
nice.
it was her mother did this for.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And are those things still in place now?
The tennis court is not. That's gone.
Yeah.
But the barn's still there.
Really? So you could theoretically, if we wanted to have a big barn party,
we could.
We'd go to your house.
We'd have to move a lot of stuff out at this point. It's storage, but anyway,
Now, what are your do you have any childhood memories of crossing the bridge and arriving at Cape Cod?
Yes, because it was like, the big freeway didn't exist.
I know.
You came through Wareham and lights at night.
Yeah.
It's all different.
Yeah, and you'd stop. There's so many little cute shops to stop at and places to eat, and or maybe
that part I really.
Well, you guys were so.
We were little. Yeah, we came up a lot when we were little.
Yeah.
And and so yeah, my 20s and 30s, I was out in California, and I really didn't come back that much.
Yeah.
But my parents did. My parents lived here one whole year. They decided one winter was enough, and they never did that again.
Yeah. Back to D.C. for the winters?
Or down to Georgia after they retired.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was enough.
That's a good move.
Yeah, but some things I really didn't learn till I came these 8 years.
Yeah.
Like cohogging.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Joya taught me how to cohog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I had never cohogged either.
Yeah.
As I grew up in Bourne, and I'm only back recently. And it's like cohogging, clamming, and oystering. You're missing out on oyster season.
Out on oyster. I'm never here late enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've picked them up, but I had to put it back.
Right. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But
yeah, that kind of brings a whole new level of enjoyment to the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, and I got involved in the Historical Society. My grandmother actually had a lot to do with that reconstruction, sort of behind the scenes.
The Eptuxa Trading Post? What was your grandmother's name?
Agnes Pearl Rainey.
Agnes Pearl Rainey, okay.
Yeah. Agnes Pearl Blackwell Rainey. She's the Blackwell.
Okay,
on there.
And is Ellis Blackwell in that part of that family? No, okay.
It could be.
Okay.
We're trying to get what the connection between Cook and Blackwell, because we always were told that, but exactly where the connection is, I still can't find it. But
yeah, you'll have to dig into the archives and
well,
possibly
we've been
the
up
sandwich.
to Plymouth.
Oh, Plymouth. Okay.
So look for that.
Yeah. So your grandmother was involved in the original Bourne Historical Society.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly helping find people who could fund it, pay for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, and that's a pretty significant contribution to the town because now that property is sort of this beautiful open area that people can go and visit and learn about history.
Yep.
Yep. Now, was she part of even constructing the building? I mean,
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was helping get funding for it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And back then there were a lot of ladies groups that did things. The Old Colony Union.
Yeah.
And again, I hear stories about them.
Yep.
My grandmother took her two daughters when they were about in their early 20s to Europe for a year. The only people I know who did one of those trips. But anyway, they kept buying things for the Old Colony Union, for the gift shop they had.
Oh, wow.
Lace. I have pieces of lace that came from them.
And so did they have a hall?
They must have, because they ran classes and the days before television and whatever.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
so,
cool. Huh.
Yeah. Of course, the trolley came right by our house.
Oh, really?
And they could take the trolley down to Monument Beach.
Yeah.
To go swimming.
Now, you didn't have a personal memory? That was way gone by the time you were here. Yeah. When I first started chatting with people as part of this program, that took me by surprise. I never knew that there was a trolley in Bourne. Growing up here, you'd think that would be part of the easily accessible lore, but I mean, to imagine that you could hop on and off
and you could go places, because the last year that my grandmother, she graduated from high school here, and then she went to Tabor Academy for a year. She went by trolley every day.
Oh, wow.
From here to Marion, and her mother went with her. I guess it wasn't considered safe to go through whatever. And
because the trolley also continued to Boston, correct? Or
well, that would have been a different
one. Okay.
Yeah, because this one went to Marion.
Yeah. I imagine a young woman traveling alone. Yeah, you'd want to be accompanied in those days.
Thought so.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's incredible. And it feels like, our little town feels so rural and isolated, especially in the wintertime. And to think about Monument Beach being a destination, that people would, I mean, and there was the big Norcross Hotel there, and it really was somewhat bustling.
I love the houses along the beach.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. So tell me more about your house. What have you found out in the last 8 years about that place?
Well, it has a big porch on the back, which is lovely, and it was a salt house that my grandmother found somewhere and had floated down the canal.
What's a salt house?
Well, they salted meat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And as a result, we couldn't keep paint on it for the longest time because the salt would just... Oh. Now we finally seem to be able to get paint to stick to it.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there once with a drink and choom, piece right in my drink.
Of salt?
No, paint.
Paint
Just falling off.
Yeah.
So,
that's another thing that was a recent discovery. I feel like, I'm learning so much about the town, just how important salt and salt making was to Bourne and to Cape Cod. And we sort of take refrigeration for granted now, but back in the day, if you wanted to save food, it was getting salted or canned, and those were your options.
Yeah, my grandmother said the boats would come through with bananas. They get a whole, you couldn't buy a couple of bananas, you bought a whole one, whole stalk.
Yep.
And hung it up.
And hung it up. And I mean, I don't know if anybody was canning, bananas at the time, or you have to. Right.
Banana bread.
Right.
No.
Yeah. I love the trying to picture in my mind back in your grandparents' or great grandparents' day that Bourne was really spotted with all of these salt works and the windmills to pump the salt works and again, the tie-in to Uptuxet, the fact that that's the one property that still kind of maintains that look is pretty cool.
Well, on that corner, Trading Post corner, so there's my house. There's that big apartment house, the gray apartment house. That was built by the same ancestor.
Oh, okay.
Gesham Ellis is his name, or Dean Ellis.
Say his name again, Gesha?
Gesham.
Okay.
Which I finally read in the Bible is the name of Moses' child, meaning born out of your land, away from your country, because he was actually born in Nova Scotia when the loyalists from Bourne left here and went to Nova Scotia. And supposedly, as a 5 or 6 year old, he, with his family, walked back.
Wow.
And they all got their land back, unlike in Sandwich, which they didn't.
Yeah. Wow.
So anyway, he built my house. He built another one for his other daughter, which is gone. It was on the triangle. And then he built what was like a hotel tavern, but now is an apartment house. And then in between is that little tiny house building that's nobody's there right now. But that used to be Douglas's General Store.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he's a relative.
Yeah.
Because he was a Blackwell on it. Yeah, and I remember that was open when I came up as a child. It was still functioning.
Yeah, it was open as a store?
As a store, and it was a full-service store. You could buy meat, you could buy fresh vegetables. I mean, it was amazing because it's such a tiny place.
Yeah.
So it's too bad somebody hasn't thought of something good to do with it. I don't know.
It's such a prime spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was going to run evidently a used car lot there, but that got squashed.
Right.
That was a few years ago. I had just heard the rumors. I didn't know.
Yeah. No, I'd love to have a little shop or a store there.
Well, I know, but
yeah. I mean, we could certainly use it. Other than, the Grey Gables Market has recently reopened after being closed for a while, and that's been a boon. But
there used to be a bait shop across the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's one thing I did do is I'd go get bait in the morning and go down and try to catch fish off the canal.
Really?
Yes.
That was like a childhood thing, or?
No, more my 20s.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But
did you have any luck?
No, I lost endless bits, lures.
Right. Actually, I get the feeling. I watch the fishermen out on the canal. They're right out in front of the office building there, and I think it doesn't seem like the point is actually to get the fish. It's just to be there and just spend the time.
Yeah, climb down the rocks, which I don't feel comfortable doing anymore. But
yeah.
Oh yes, I was out watching the Hokulea go through the canal.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe the number of fishermen at the point.
Yeah. No, the fishermen are out there on all every morning.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So tell me something else about
the house.
Yeah, about being in Bourne as a 20-something, visiting. What were some of the special things you did?
I remember one time visiting though, and I had a date and we stayed out too late. I came home. My grandmother was sitting up in bed and said, "I have called every hospital on the Cape."
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I was in the doghouse for a while after that
one.
That's. Oh dear. And your dog responded to that.
Yeah. Well, that's something that's universal, right, Captain?
Right.
This is Captain, my co-host. When a particularly interesting topic comes up, he likes to show up to make sure he listens.
Well, I said the wrong word. Yeah.
So what did you do for dates back in the day?
I think I have had a first cousin who actually did high school living here.
Yeah.
At that point, she and her mother came back here, and so I've spent some very nice summers with her. She was a lifeguard, and sometimes over in Mashney Island.
Yeah.
So we did things together, and she had a little sailboat we could go out on.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Nice.
Yeah. So she ended up marrying into the Garland family here.
Okay.
So, and stayed here.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
anyway, so I have lots of cousins like that.
Yep.
Who are here, and that was fun.
Now, when I was a teenager, we had a roller skating rink, but other than that, you sort of made your own fun. You know, you would be, together with a few friends, driving somewhere, going to a beach, trying to, get away with some mischief. But were there any sort of dance halls or soda shops that people went to, or?
Well, actually, she worked in a soda shop on Buzzards Bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I hung out there sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know she said she could have all the sodas she wanted, but she said after a couple of days she didn't want any more.
Right. Yeah.
I took care of that.
You get sick of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Huh.
So it was fun. Trying to think about anything more about the house on it. Oh, there's another story that one of our ancestors got tired of sandwich glass.
Okay.
And buried a barrel of it. Oh. Somewhere in the yard.
Oh, wow.
Right. My sister spent a good part of a summer once trying to find it.
Yeah.
So now I've got an offer to someone to bring over a metal detector. So we're going to try again.
The barrel would have
saves,
metal.
Even if the wood was gone, the barrel would have.
Yeah.
So we haven't worked out a time yet, but we're going to take the metal detector over the yard, which is it's 2 acres at least. I don't know how far away.
I don't think I realized the property went back so far. It's 2 acres.
Joya has quite a garden, and then it's now subdivided. My grandmother, for some reason, made it into 2 lots, and the rest is in the woods.
Yeah.
And we don't really have any plan to do anything with it, but it's there.
Wow. So that's an exciting little treasure hunt.
I know.
I hope you film it or take pictures and document it in some way.
Yeah, I hope we can find it.
Yeah.
We continually find in the garden bottles. We have a collection. Really, Joya has this whole collection of bottles that came out when she was working the garden.
Wow.
And I still pick up lots of glass, which I hate. But
the
broken ones. Yeah. Because, there was no such thing as trash pickup. So it was just you dug a pit and put stuff in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, do you find, but you find some bottles that are in working order?
Oh, yeah, we do. Definitely. Oh, no, we've got a whole collection.
Yeah.
Every now and then she's put them out in an array.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I remember there was a little place up in Plymouth when I was a kid that we would find these old bottles. And I think, I didn't really appreciate that they were different than, a bottle of juice that you'd have that, today. And I dread to think that we weren't preserving them properly, but yeah, it's like these little like tiny little caches of sort of precious things.
No, that was one.
Yeah.
Originally there was a well and the outhouse. We do know where the outhouse was because the door was still there next to the barn, but it deteriorated and we cut it off. So all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
so how do you like living in a house that has so much history? Is it
Oh, it's fun, yeah. There are like 6 doors in the living room or the dining room. Some going to things that used to be, and then it was reconfigured, but they didn't take the door out.
Right.
So, and...
Do you get any sense? Any ghosts?
I don't.
Okay.
But Joya does.
Okay.
And some other members of the family have.
Yeah.
My nephew's wife was sitting in the living room, and there's the door to the basement, and there's a little lock on it, and she heard it rattle. She thought, oh dear, her husband must have somehow gotten downstairs and somebody had latched it. She opened the door and there was nothing there.
Yeah.
And that just happened like last summer.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah.
And Joya's heard things.
Yeah.
But they haven't bothered me.
Well, and an old house will settle and make creaky noises too, so it can be hard to figure out what's going on. But sometimes when you're in one of those places with so much history, you can almost just feel it, radiating around you.
Yeah. And I know things were added because I'm sure it was a much smaller house originally, and my great-grandfather was an architect, and he put the bow windows in. And I'm sure the big dining room used to be half kitchen, half.
Okay.
And this now just a huge dining room and a little tiny kitchen that was built off of it.
Yeah.
I sort of think my grandmother probably did that.
Yeah.
And it had gas at one point. Now it has oil because they got afraid of the gas.
Oh, okay.
They were just, and I do worry about the electricity because it flutters sometime. I'm going to have that checked out again.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those old wires. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when. Some of it's knob and whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
But I had it checked about 10 years ago, and they said, no, it's okay.
It's okay. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it would take to rewire. But an old house, when they added the heating, which is radiators with hot water, the pipes are outside the wall. I mean, you can see them going up because they weren't built into the house.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because it wasn't planned at the time.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I think it's such a rare and kind of precious thing to have a house. You know, you see these old houses, and they usually change families. And so, you know, a new person will come in and decide they're going to modernize, or, you know, and hopefully maintain the old character of it. But it's so interesting that this house has been in your family for so many generations.
Right.
I mean,
and lived it.
Yeah. I mean, do you have old dishes that your great grandparents used to use, or old artifacts? I mean,
we have some.
What do you think? What are some of the oldest things that are still in use?
We have a couple of glass-fronted things that, like, I know my mother said there's one piece of sandwich glass in there. The rest was later.
Right. And the rest of the sandwich glass is buried somewhere on the property.
Buried somewhere in the property.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have depression glass that my grandmother got. Quite a collection of that.
Yeah.
And yes, we do use some of it.
Yeah.
Little too much, but
right.
Yeah, we have endless Oriental rugs, and we have rugs on top of rugs. And I have one little prayer rug that my grandmother took to Radcliffe, my mother took to Radcliffe, and I took to Smith. And it's just a small little prayer rug, but we've all had it.
Oh, I love that. That's a great family tradition.
Yeah.
That's very
things
nice.
like keeping that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So some furniture got shipped to California for my sister and me, and it's coming back. You know, I brought some back in the back of my station wagon, but keep the old things here.
Yeah.
You know, things are valuable.
Well, and one thing that I love when you mentioned California, so you spend your winters in California, and then you're here full time in the summertime.
Yes.
And you do that trip. You drive.
Yeah, I drive. I love it.
Yeah. What's the favorite route that you have found?
I don't think I have a favorite route.
Do you do something different every time?
Yeah. I'm trying to decide now whether to go through Bryce and Zion in Utah.
Yeah.
Because I have not done that.
Yeah.
But I did Yosemite coming this way.
Oh, wow.
And I haven't done Canada.
Okay.
So,
yep. That can get tricky. That can get tricky, you know, in the off season if you go too late.
We came I came in May through Yellowstone, and there was snow on the ground.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah. And crossing the Rockies, there'll be, I mean, there's, you know, stacked up snow there and well into June.
Yeah. So,
wow.
But usually, as I say, when by myself, I go straight across and see it.
Yeah.
And so I try to get the different relatives also to come up and spend time during the summer.
Yeah,
And my nephew's in Boston, so he comes down with his wife and son.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many people can you pack into your house comfortably?
Well, a lot. I mean, there are 2 double rooms, and then you have to walk through rooms to get to the bathroom. I mean, there's no hallway. And then downstairs we have another room with the bathroom. So it's, people who don't want to negotiate the very high stairs, how anyone in long skirts carrying a baby walked up and down those stairs, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what was the lifestyle like? Did your grandmother have, domestic help, or was she doing it all herself?
I know my grandmother, well, she ended up, her husband had a job in New York City, so they lived in Maplewood. I know she had help there.
Yeah.
I don't think they really did up here.
Really?
But not that I know of.
Yeah. It seems like that's the only way you'd be able to do it, you know, with the restrictions of having to be a lady with your long skirts and your boots.
I know. We have a picture of my great-grandmother in long outfit in white, and her 2 toddlers in white, and I'm thinking, how did you keep them in white?
Right. How do you keep it clean? How do you keep it ironed? Right.
No, I know.
Yeah.
And warm. The old fireplaces, which I'm afraid to use. I don't let anyone use them. And that was, Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you wore a lot of warm clothes
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't have the heating.
Yeah.
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 And a huge garden probably, and as you said, to raise your own food. They had to last through the winter.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And somehow.
So your parents did just the one full season. Did your grandparents ever stay?
Yeah, they
year-round?
lived. Yeah, they retired here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they lived here for a number of years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and both were. And I know my grandmother died here too. Also, I mean, they lived. So it really wasn't until my parents decided they weren't going to spend the winters here.
Right. Well, and travel is so much easier these days. You know, I mean, it was a commitment. You know, back before cars, and the highway system was built.
Yeah.
So
I know. Yeah, my mother.
It's easier for us to pop back and forth and.
Oh yeah, my mother said she learned to drive in a field. Somebody loaned her a car and she just drove around the field.
Yeah.
Until she knew how it worked.
That's a good way to do it.
We were at the Heritage Car Museum and suddenly this huge Packard. She said, "That's what I learned to drive on."
Yeah. Oh wow. Wow.
So, anyway,
cool.
whole different.
Well, is there any? We actually do need to wrap up, but I just wanted to see if there's any other little anecdote or fact about the house or about your time in Bourne you wanted to share before we say goodbye.
No, but I mean, I love coming here every summer.
Yeah.
And you're right. I've gotten to know, I didn't know about the ponds, Picture Lake.
I know.
I love Picture Lake.
Yep.
And all the different people I've met and getting involved with the Historical Society.
Yep.
I work at the gift shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love that I just found, I've met you before but through my connection there. And I love knowing that you're not just a fresh new volunteer helping, which is very important, but that your ties back to your grandmother being one of our founding mothers is really meaningful. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. That's great. Well, Freddie, thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks to the audience for joining us as we took this glimpse through the window to Bourne's past and connecting it to the present. Thanks so much for being here.